Thank you all. Thank you, Professor Krupa. I am delighted and honored to introduce our distinguished chief guest for the convocation ceremony, Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy. Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy is the General Manager of VTEX APAC. Shri Prakash is based in India and is responsible for the VTEX APAC Regional P&L, Customer Experience, Growth Engineering, and Culture. VTEX provides software as a service digital commerce platform for enterprise brands and retailers. VTEX is trusted by more than 2,000 customers with over 2,500 active online stores across 32 countries who rely on VTEX to connect with their customers in a meaningful way. Prior to taking this leadership role, Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy was a pioneering executive in building an award-winning digital agency, Born Group, that focuses on e-commerce. He ran the APJ business for the agency, which eventually got sold to a large systems integrator. Shri Prakash has successfully delivered sustainable growth to technology and services companies across multiple geographical markets. He sits on the digital advisory board of several retailers in the Asia region and mentors several startups. Shri Prakash has won the Specialist Agency CEO of the Year 2019 and 2020 award. He has been an eminent panel member and keynote speaker in marquee awards, summits and forums, including the likes of TM Forum, ISG Leadership Confluence, and ET Conclave. I request Pillai sir to present a bouquet of flowers and a shawl welcoming our distinguished chief guest to the convocation ceremony. We are also delighted to share that our distinguished chief guest, Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy, has been conferred with the KJ Somaiya Institute of Management Superstars, the Alumni Award for Excellence in Leadership category in the year 2020. However, due to the pandemic, we could not do the honors. Today, we would like to use this auspicious occasion to confer the Alumni Award to Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy. I request Vice Chancellor Professor Rajashekaran Pillai sir to do the honors. Thank you, sir. I am happy to introduce the Vice Chancellor of Somaiya Vidyavihar University, Professor Rajashekaran Pillai, sir. Sir has been at the helm of affairs of many higher educational and scientific research establishments for the last 47 years of service as a teacher, researcher, professor, and executive head of education, science, and technology establishments in the country and abroad. An elected fellow of the Indian Academy of Sciences, Professor Rajashekaran Pillai is among the top cited chemistry researchers in the country and has guided over 50 doctoral and postdoctoral researchers of several universities in India and abroad. He has occupied top executive positions in premier institutions like the University Grants Commission, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, Indira Gandhi National Open University, Distance Education Council, and several other prominent institutions. Since January 2018, Sir is serving as a professor and provost of Somaiya Vidyavihar University and Somaiya Ayurvihar under the Somaiya Trust, and in October 2019, he assumed the office of the Vice Chancellor of the Somaiya Vidyavihar University. I request Sir to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today's chief guest, Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy, distinguished alumnus of this institution, and eminent manager in different areas. Dr. Maniker, Director of the KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, my colleagues from the KJ Somaiya Institute of Management and other institutions, dear graduates who are receiving the PGDM certificate from this premier institute, parents of the students, existing students of the university, and other distinguished invitees. First of all, let me congratulate each and every one of you from the 2019-21 batch of the PGDM of the erstwhile Somaiya Institute of Management Studies and Research, now KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, for receiving the degrees and also recognitions of different kinds. Let me congratulate each and every one of you. Let me also congratulate and appreciate the efforts taken by the institute, the teachers, the non-teaching staff, and each and every one for bringing up to you to this level. This is not your first degree. This is definitely your second degree. Education is for enhancing the quality of life and life management systems. And when it comes to management education, which is a professional area definitely, it is much more important and relevant in enhancing the quality of life of the society. The motto of this institution is that education or knowledge alone liberates. The knowledge and skills which you get, which we as teachers impart, it is for providing service to the society. And the knowledge and skills will be effectively applied only when you understand the context of the knowledge and skills. The context of the knowledge and skills varies from time to time. It varies from place to place. The 2019-21 batch is special in one way. You have witnessed the education in the physical mode. You have also witnessed the education in the digital mode. So now educational technologies say the phygital mode, physical and digital mode together. You have also seen how disturbance of this kind, a disturbance of this kind, pandemic of this kind, has made us to understand the ramifications of education and knowledge in a much wider perspective. During the pandemic period, we have seen how through technology we can collaborate. Even in science, I'm a scientist professionally. Even in experimental sciences, we have seen that lot of collaboration has happened. Across the world, people whom do not know each other, probably from a not very high-class institution, people, researchers, students, teachers, they interacted with very eminent researchers in topmost institutions in the world. So, in terms of collaboration, maximum collaboration through technology happened during the corona period. We are also seeing that how it has positively transformed the education and also other areas related to knowledge and knowledge management. The degree which you get is probably the highest degree which you are having now. And you are really a privileged few in this country. When it comes to higher education, we have large number of universities and several thousands of colleges. But even then, a sizable number of your own age group is not getting the benefit of even entering into the portals of a college or a university. And therefore, you have to be responsible looking at those people also. Mahatma Gandhi several decades ago mentioned defined the purpose of education in very simple 6 words. Education for life, education through life, and education throughout life. Very simple, education is for life, I already mentioned. And education has to be through life, that is much more very significant. The knowledge and skills which you, as I mentioned, knowledge and skills is only the text of education. And this text of knowledge and skills need to be applied to the society, and therefore the context of the knowledge and skills to be really understood. You might have studied the principles of management, the practice of management in books, through internship and several things. But when you go to the real life situation, you will see that many of the knowledge, many of the skills which you have acquired is probably it has to be not redone, but it has to be complemented with the experience of the society. And this, only when you understand, only when you get this experience from the society, you will apply the knowledge and skills in the right perspective. If you do not understand the context, the changing context, even your application may fail. And this text-context correlation is nothing but the social relevance of knowledge. And when you go to your work, when you are engaged in different types of activities, you will experience it. That you have to bear in mind that education is very important, and therefore the last set of 2 words, education throughout life. You are adding more and more to the to your knowledge throughout life. This is very important. All of us will be continuing education in one way or other, and I am sure that your engagement in different activities will add to the overall knowledge and skills. As a result of education, particularly higher education, there is a feeling that we are in the top of the, we know everything, we know how to manage things and all that. That's so true. To some extent, we get some sort of a training, some sort of knowledge and skills. But at the same time, we should also understand that there are a lot of things to be further learned. The purpose of learning are defined like this: learning to know, to get knowledge; learning to do that to get skills; learning to learn, how to learn further, and then learning to live together, how to live together in a multicultural society in harmonious coexistence. These are celebrated purpose of learning. I would add yet another purpose of learning, learning to unlearn. That is, you should be prepared to unlearn many things which you have learned which are probably out of context. And unlearning is a much more difficult thing than learning. Unlearning is nothing but throwing away prejudices. That I am a PhD in chemistry. That I have so many years of experience. That I am a top manager. Yes, we are all that. But in addition to that, we should understand that we have a lot of things to be learned. In Tamil, there is a proverb, of course, our chief guest, Katrathu kaimannalavu, kallathathu ulagalavu. What I have learned is this handful. What remains to be learned is as big as this universe. That is very important. That is nothing but humility. As a result of more and more education, higher education, professional education, much higher achievements, what you have to acquire is humility. And only a person who has the humility that is ready to prepare, throw away prejudices and learn new things. This is what is preached by this institution as well. I am very confident that the type of education you have got from this institution, the type of surroundings you are coming from, and the type of experiences which you are gathering from diverse institutions in the country and abroad, and this will definitely equip you with the necessary wherewithals to face the world in the right perspective. I also congratulate each and every one of you. I wish you the very best in your profession and in life. I understand that almost all of you are placed, and I am sure that in the years to come you will achieve higher levels of positions. I wish all the best. I also take this opportunity to congratulate your parents. It is their expectations that made this day possible for you. And I congratulate the students, teachers also for this achievement. I am proud of the KJ Somaiya Institute of Management for bringing out very many bright graduates from this institution. I take this opportunity to congratulate our chief guest, who has been conferred the Best Alumnus Award of 2019-21, Distinguished Alumnus Award. Let me congratulate you also in this. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation, and we look forward to your advice to our youngsters. Thank you very much.
Okay, just a quick announcement. Those students who have come into the auditorium without registering in the examination department are requested to go to the examination department to do the registration process and then come to the auditorium. Many of them? So they did not go. Okay, fine. So that's, yeah. All right, the student council, we will do the needful here itself in the auditorium to do the checklist, the checking of the students who have come to the institute and for the program. So thank you so much, sir, once again, for your brilliant address. As it is, every time we hear you, there is something which you leave us to ponder upon. And you talked about our institute's motto particularly. You talked about knowledge alone liberates. You talked about the digital experience particularly for our students of this batch 2019-21. You referred to higher education not being available to all, and that puts more responsibility on our shoulder for what is made available to us. You talked about the text and context, which is relevant for all of us, and unless we look at the social dimension, as to how we utilize our knowledge and education and skills that we have acquired to really solve the problems in the social context, we really don't make any significant contribution to the society. At the end, you talked about unlearning, which I'm sure is very difficult, the most difficult task of all for us. And well, the path is through humility. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for that. I now request the Director of the Institute, Dr. Maniker Khanna, to present the Director's report.
A very good afternoon to all of you. It's my happy privilege to present the Director's report for the year 2022. On behalf of the Honorable Chancellor of Somaiya Vidya Vihar University, Shri Samir Somaiya, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Somaiya Vidya Vihar University, Professor Rajshekharan Pillai, Secretary of the Somaiya Vidya Vihar Trust, Lieutenant General Jagbir Singh, Program Coordinators and Co-Coordinators for the PGDM programs, my faculty colleagues, staff, students and alumni of KJ Somaiya Institute of Management. It is indeed my proud privilege and honor to welcome all the graduating students and their family and friends to the Convocation Ceremony of the PGDM batch of 2019 and 21. 2019-21. The graduating batches are the 27th batch of the PGDM program, 13th batch of the PGDM International Business Program, 13th batch of the PGDM Retail Management Program, 9th batch of the PGDM Financial Services Program, 8th batch of the PGDM Communications Program, and the 2nd batch of the PGDM Healthcare Management. I must also inform you that you are the last batch of the PGDM program from the erstwhile KJ Somaiya Institute of Management Studies and Research. I welcome our chief guest, Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy. He is our illustrious alumnus from the batch of 2000 and General Manager for Asia Pacific region at VTEX. I thank each one of you for joining us today. Despite the challenges posed by the COVID lockdown situation, the Trust and the Institute has been growing from strength to strength. The most important milestone achievement has been the formation of the Somaiya Vidya Vihar University in July 2019 through a Government of Maharashtra Gazette notification. The Institute, which has now completed 40 years in 2021, is a constituent unit under the Somaiya Vidya Vihar University. The Institute now offers doctoral programs in management studies, the MBA program, the part-time MBA program, the MBA executive program, MBA healthcare management program, MBA sports management program, MCA program, and MDPs, the management development programs for reskilling of industry professionals under the Somaiya Vidya Vihar University. We are also proud to announce that the Institute has been continuously building quality in management education through the pursuit of global and national accreditations. We have received the prestigious US-based quality accreditation called as the AACSB, that is the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, in May 2022. And we also received the ISO 9001-2015 Bureau Veritas recertification in August 2022. The Institute has been consistently ranked in the top 20 to 25 business schools in India and is among the top 10 private business schools in India. The Institute is relentlessly focusing on building a research culture at the Institute, and the same is visible through our various faculty publications in prestigious national and international journals, books, citations received, patents, holding of research-based conferences by every department in the Institute, various faculty development programs, inviting expert academicians for conducting workshops on research methods and contemporary management topics, and so on. The Institute also launched its Case Research Center in November 2021 with an illustrious board of members. The Institute journal, Business Perspectives and Research, is now a Category C publication under the ABDC listing and is published by Sage Publications 3 times in a year. The Institute also has various centers of excellence for promoting and reinforcing the research culture. With more than 14 e-databases and analytical softwares, plus 95,000 books in the library, the Institute has created facilities and environment for building a world-class research culture in the Institute. The Institute also continuously enhances its pedagogical tools with the purchase of Harvard Business Case Bank, Bloomberg Labs, and the Coursera for Campus. There has been a focus on developing hands-on experiential learning opportunities for the students through the E-Cell, that's the entrepreneurship cell, the Ankur ELI initiative, Enactus. There are 30+ student committees, hackathons, international immersion programs, and study tours. The overall development of the student happens through community service, holistic self-management classes, yoga, music, dance, drama, book club, and so on. There's a huge canvas at the Institute available for self-development. The Institute also has 30+ international academic partnerships, which enable student and faculty exchange and research collaborations. The attempt is now to get funded research projects and consultancy projects from the industry and government agencies. We teach Spanish and Mandarin to our students. Students can also avail of teaching and research facilities available in sister institutions across the campus. We have a dedicated alumni relations team, which is building stronger alumni connect through various platforms and channels of communication, and especially during the pandemic. This was a big blessing in disguise as we were able to connect with alumni across the globe. We look forward to strengthening our association with the alumni and industry for being in sync with Industry 4.0 and beyond. Superstars is one of our crucial activities to bring illustrious and senior alumni back to the campus, and it has been very well received by our alumni and jury members. The Superstar alumni are a source of inspiration for all the other alumni and motivate the students to achieve greater heights. The Institute is poised to take on challenges and opportunities which has been provided by a new world, redefined by technology and the black swan events like the COVID pandemic, integration of rural and urban markets, and the gig economy. With its focus on research, the Institute will definitely provide new management knowledge and paradigms in the years to come and act as an important agent of change management, providing intellectual capital for Industry 4.0 and beyond. I'm also happy to inform you that recently the Institute got the Best Management Institute Award for 18-19 year from the Bombay Management Association, Best Management Institute first runners-up for 2021 academic year, the Best Faculty first runners-up for 2021 year, and the Best Management Student for the year 2020-21. So we actually ran away with all the prizes at the Bombay Management Association award function. Our placement records are also no less, with a batch size for the year 2020-22, not for y'all, the batch size of 549 students. The top 100 offers was more than 15.81 lakhs, almost per annum, that's 16 lakhs. Top 200 offers is 14 lakhs, and the average of top 300 offers is 13 lakhs. So Institute is definitely going up as far as the placements is concerned. The summer placements, yeah. I think that's something to be proud about. Yeah. I think the placements are really going up year on year. And I'm happy to inform you that for this current batch, I'm not supposed to say, but it's a secret, we have received more than 100 pre-placement offers so far. This is for the current batch. And more are expected. It's all going on. Summer internship, 150 companies have visited the campus for summer internships, and 40 new recruiters hired for summer placements. I think this speaks a lot about the credibility and the hard work that's being put in by the Institute for the student community. Of course, the PR, the public relations, they are the brand custodians of the Institute, and they take care of all the communication with our stakeholders, and all of you must be seeing the updates on the LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and so on. So you can be rest assured that as an alumni, the relationship between you and the Institute goes much beyond the years that you have spent on the campus. As an alumni, you can expect the Institute to support you for lifelong with lateral job opportunities, networking platforms, and various learning opportunities. I take this opportunity, there's so much more that the Institute is doing, but in this small brief, this is my small director's report. And I congratulate all of you for receiving your degrees, and I wish all of you and your families lots of good luck and great health and prosperity in the years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madam, for presenting the significant achievements at KJ Somaiya Institute of Management. You have been at the helm of affairs at the Institute for quite some time now, and I'm sure these achievements would not have been possible without your dynamic leadership. I now request our distinguished chief guest, Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy, to deliver the convocation address.
Good afternoon, students. Am I audible in the back row? Okay, great. So it's been 22 years. I passed out of this campus 98-2000. I did PGDM, marketing and operations. So it's a little bit nostalgic because I can empathize with all of you sitting there on the other side, thinking, what am I into, what am I going to do, and how am I going to chart out my career path, and am I going to be successful? Am I getting the highest pay? Can I compare it with the other person? Is it good, bad? These questions are very valid. I think everyone undergoes those questions. And I remember I got 2 jobs in the campus. I got GE and I got Tata Economic Consulting Services. And both were good jobs. But then I took up the job which paid me the highest, which was a mistake. I'm open to admit that I made a mistake, right? So I took up something that paid me the highest, and the career trajectory was different. So a lot of times, the first key takeaway that I wanted to give it to you guys is, this is where you start making choices from today onwards, right? You will start making choices. Sometimes these choices might be good, these choices might not be good, but you don't have a crystal ball to figure out which choice is good and which choice is not good. So I took a choice for joining a company that paid me more, because you can always brag to people that you got a better pay and things like that. But in 6 months, I realized that's not the right choice, right? Because a job is not about you getting a salary, because compensation is one element of the job. The second element is culture, what the company stands for. The third element is chemistry. How do you kind of work with your boss? Is your boss good? And how do you work with your peer group? Are your peer group intelligent enough that you can learn from them? Can you learn from your boss? So that's the chemistry. And the fourth element is community. How are you able to build a community within the company? So when you look at a particular job, these 4 factors will come into play. But fortunately or unfortunately, the first C becomes very important for all of us, because, that is the big C, which is the compensation, right? So 6 months down the line, I took another choice. I took a choice of taking a pay cut. 60% pay cut. Trust me. and I joined a completely unknown company in 2001, which basically rode the dot-com boom and dot-com bust. And I built that company to a unicorn, right, over the next 8 years. So that choice took me in a different path of continual learning, as the Chancellor was mentioning, because at the end of the day, the learning is very critical, and how do you kind of align your choices becomes very critical, right? So from then on, it was very clear for me that it's not about the compensation, it's not about the job, it's about, how do you kind of align your options, and how do you kind of take that forward, right? The second option that I took was, in the first option, at a very young age, I was the chief operating officer. The company was becoming a unicorn, and I was becoming very arrogant because, there was money, there was power, there was control. And as a good, fresh MBA graduate, this is something that will also take you into the nasha, right? Right? It's a very good cocktail where you can really go up there and you think you have arrived. And MBA also teaches you to think that you have arrived. So with success, it always happens because you become very arrogant, and I was thinking myself, I've become arrogant, right? My behavior, my action, and things like that. So after 9 years of building this unicorn, I thought, let me just pluck myself and reboot. That is choice number 3. Choice 1 was taking a high pay job. Choice number 2 is taking a pay cut. Choice number 3 was get me back to a humility angle, right? Because that's a different problem to solve. Because first thing is you have to first acknowledge that you are arrogant. Then you can figure out how to figure out solution to solve it, right? The solution was to get you back into an area where people don't give a damn about you, right? So I joined a Fortune 500 company where I was 198,000 employee, whatever, the employee number. So it gave me some sort of sense to learn back in the US. So I was there, that company. I did quite well. I won a lot of awards, and it was a good career there. But it gave me that self-awareness. And why I'm telling this, I'll summarize later, right? Again, the choice 3, it allowed me to reflect and understand why learning became critical, right? Then choice number 4 was all about taking another risk, which is I had green card in the US, and there was a private equity company that came in 2011, and they said, why don't we build a digital agency? And I said, why don't we do that, right? So you have a comfortable career and everything is going good, but you want to take a different route. So I gave back my green card. Pretty much 99% of my Indian friends in the US said, it's a wrong decision. But then I decided to go with the gut and gave back my green card and came back to India. And we built this amazing digital agency. It was called Born Group. And we won over 500 plus awards for the work that we did. And we sold it to Tech Mahindra for $120 million, right, in 2019. So that was choice number 4, decision number 4. Why am personalizing the story, right? Because the reason for personalizing the story is, this story would not have happened if I did not take choice 1, 2, 3, 4. If I would have taken some other choice, maybe, I would have landed somewhere else. So the first takeaway for all of you is evaluate your choices wisely. Don't go by what somebody is paying, what are you getting and things like that, because today we have a lot of opportunities. You just need to believe that as long as if you do well, you can succeed in those opportunities, right? So that's the first takeaway that I want you to be ready with. The second one is interesting. I made, today morning I was asking Himanshi that should I make a deck? She said usually the students might get bored, when they look at the deck, right? Which is to some extent true. So I'm sorry, I'm very blunt about these things. So I made a very rough deck, but I'll try to personalize that, right? And I have some 10 minutes, right? So if we move on, before the convocation, we had a great party. So we all never remembered what happened during the convocation. And I don't remember the convocation speaker also. So I'm under no pressure. I'm under pressure to make this memorable, right? As you can see, right? So that's the first one. And this I already told you about my choices, so we can move on to the next slide. I wanted to, there is this guy called, who wrote a book called Atomic Habits, James Clear. And he seeded a very interesting thought, which is everybody has got the capability to impact people, right? And every human being can get in touch with over 78,000 people in his lifetime, right? Or 80,000 people in his lifetime. That's the official statistics. I'll tell you how that 80,000 comes later, right? I've done some research on that, but every human being in his lifetime, considering an average lifespan of 78 years, can impact 80,000 people, right? So I took a baseline of about 300 students who are sitting here, right? So if each one of you can impact 10 people over your 10-year career, I think you could impact about 300 million people in the country, right? It's a very powerful statement, but I think all of you can make an impact. I'll come to the point of how, right? But keep this thought in your mind, right? You all can make an impact. I'll come on how, right? The second is something that we try to think about, goal, right? A lot of you might be thinking, might be asked in your interview, right? What's your goal? What's your medium-term goal? What's your long-term goal? What's your short-term goal? And things like that, right? And the best answer that I always love is two answers. One is, I don't have a goal, I'm figuring it out, right? And the second answer is, my goal is to excel myself every day in whatever I do, right? If you do something today, do it better compared to yesterday, right? So whatever you do, you excel yourself is a very worthy goal, right? So you don't need to think, okay, I want to become a CEO in the next 20 years, right? But you can at least think that every day, whatever I do, it will be the best. That's a good goal, no? It's really good, because you know how you can measure your progress, right? So that's very important. And you need to find somebody as a mentor, because I believe that that's very important as an MBA student for you, because at the end of the day, you will be successful, you will be not so successful, you will have a lot of insecurities. You need somebody to talk to, and it's good always to find a mentor in the workplace, in the non-workplace. It's always good to ask questions and things like that. Because life is not fair, right? Because there will be success, there will be failure, and you need to kind of chart the waters, right? And lastly, make a social impact, because, the impact is not just about people, but make a social impact. What do you mean by social impact, right? Today, you're all privileged because, you have a MBA degree or a PGDM degree, there are a lot of people who are not privileged, and it's good for you to share your intellectual capital, it's good for you to share your financial capital to the people who are not impacted, and we'll come to that later, right? So move on, in the interest of time, you can move on to the next one. So I wanted to spend a little bit time on, so I'll share like 5 or 6 guiding principles that I want you to have a key takeaway, right? The first is accuracy. What do you mean by accuracy? Move on, right? It's very simple, right? What you display is what is possessed, right? So you can say that, you know, I'm going to come shabbily dressed because I'm cool. I'm hip hop, right? You know, that's one way to convey a message. The other way to convey a message is, you know what? If I am professional, I'll make sure that I'll trim my beard, I'll be wearing the cleanest clothes, I'll wear the cleanest shoes, and I'll be the best dressed in the room. It's a very simple starting point, right? Which is getting to become accurate. Similarly, people should be able to look at your work and say, oh, this work was done by this guy. And it's a great piece of work because, you know, there's no way that you can, you know, fault about him, right? The common example I can tell about accuracy is MacBook Pro. The initial laptops of MacBook, if you open the MacBook, and I don't know whether you guys know about it, if you open the MacBook, on the motherboard, you would had the signatures of the engineers who did the work, right? That's the power of taking pride of ownership and the pride of your work, right? So that's the first step of being accurate, which is a simple quality of being correct. Don't have somebody evaluate you, you evaluate yourself, right? Which is accuracy. The second one is very interesting, which is authenticity, which is very important in management world, right? Don't be transactional and try to be authentic, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're transactional, it will show, right? So if you are having an agenda-less conversation with somebody, you're shown as being authentic, and that will keep adding up, right? And you can do help to others. You don't need to kind of complain about it. The more and more agenda-less, transactional-less conversations you have, you become more authentic, and it will show, right? Moving on, you know, principle value, as Sir mentioned about humility. For me, I think it's not about IQ, it's not about SQ, it's not about RQ, it's not about EQ, but it's the other EQ, which is the ethics quotient, which is, you know, we will always get some temptations or some options where we can actually compromise on the value that we believe in, right? We got to believe in the principle and the value that we believe in, not what somebody else tells you, right? You got to set your value and you got to believe in that value, right? That's very important. Next, because I know time is running out. Where values play, principles matter. Move on. Move on. As you can. Be bold. This is very critical because I talked about the 4 choices. These 4 choices cannot happen if you're not bold, if you're not authentic, if you're not courageous, if you're not, pushing yourself, right? You go, because as an MBA graduate, this is the time for you to be bold. It's okay for you to kind of take the standard path, but it's very important to be bold and very important to be courageous, right? And this is a very important lesson that I learned in my experience, which is you can take a position and a posture, right? The position is basically you can be aggressive with your boss or with your friend, with your client or whatever. That's your position. But your posture can be something totally different. It can be the opposite or it can be the same, right? So remember the difference between the position and the posture, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what will define you, right? What position you are taking and what posture you are displaying. Because posture need not be accurate, but position is the final accurate piece of it, right? Judgment. Today we live in a big judging world. How many of you saw the video of Sana Marin? Only one? Okay, maybe everybody. The whole world judged Sana Marin, and for the benefit of others who have not seen the video, Sana Marin is the Finnish Prime Minister. She partied hard, and that video became viral. And the whole world said that the Prime Minister cannot party. So there was a lot of judgment about the person in the high office. And she came in an open interview and she said it was a weekend and I'm an individual, I'm free to do whatever I want to do. But we have a saying in the corporate world that always observe. You can always observe about a person. Even for Simsar or to the people who are talking in front of you, always make an observation. Sometimes make an opinion, but never judge. Because the moment you get into the judgment mode, it's very tough to come back, right? So always observe, sometimes make an opinion, but never judge. Because judgment is very wrong as a professional, right? Because we don't have the data or fact to judge. Because there are always 5 sides to a particular coin, right? You never know about it. So moving on, to summarize, yeah, you can stand tall. Yeah, this is very critical. Be yourself. Never be afraid of who you are. You should be happy about yourself. You should be you. You should be authentic. You should be clear about where you're going, right? So with that, I end my, yeah, this is an example. You can move to the earlier example. This is an example I just saw it in a sort of a post. I thought it was relevant because we decide our value. We can be a iron bar, a simple iron bar, or we can be a very sophisticated steel watch spring, which can get sold in a Patek Philippe, which is about like, $20 million, right? So do you want to be a Patek Philippe or do you want to be a sewing horseshoe needle, right? It's up to us to decide what we want to be, right? So with that, I wanted to recap. As you can see, the key takeaways for me and for you are, we just need to be authentic and we just need to kind of do whatever we are doing to be better than what we have done yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your brilliant address, convocation address. There's so many lessons for all of us here. You regaled us with humor, of course, when you talked about your convocation which you attended. But I think there is a far deeper lesson that you talked about. You talked about creating a greater impact collectively when we all individually do our work. You talked about goals that we set for ourselves, that we had to be better than what we were yesterday. And particularly the guiding principles that you spoke about, accuracy, authenticity, principle or value, being sensibly bold. You talked about the position and posture very nicely. And most importantly, I think you spoke about judgment. Observe always. Sometimes maybe you have an opinion of people, but never judge. Your speech reminds me of and particularly with the lessons that probably we can derive from your life, I'm reminded of Ralph Waldo Emerson, the American writer, who says, do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Thank you so much, sir, for your address. As a token of our appreciation and gratitude, may I request Pillai sir to present a memento to our distinguished chief guest. Thank you, sir. We will now felicitate the first and second rank holders of each of the graduating batches 2019-2021 with gold and silver medals. As I read out the names, I request the medal winners to please come up one by one and receive the honor from our chief guest, Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy, and Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor V.N. Rajashekharan Pillai. We begin with the Postgraduate Diploma in Management program. The gold medal goes to Bhakti Sanjay Rao Ashturkar. The silver medal for Postgraduate Diploma in Management program goes to Tapoja Ray. The gold medal for Postgraduate Diploma in Management Studies International Business goes to Anisha Chopde. The silver medal for Postgraduate Diploma in International Business goes to Deepa Singh. We move to retail management. The gold medal for Postgraduate Diploma in Management, Retail Management goes to Somaiya Joshi. The silver medal for postgraduate diploma in retail management goes to Mugdha Goswami. The gold medal for postgraduate diploma in financial services goes to Golyu Payal Nobokumar. I hope I have pronounced your name correctly. Yeah. No. Sorry for that. Golui, right? That's the correct pronunciation. Sorry for that. The silver medal for postgraduate diploma in financial services goes to Mukherjee Abhishek. We now go to postgraduate diploma in communications management. The gold medal goes to Pearl Sardana. The silver medal for postgraduate diploma in management communications goes to Sheikh Shahrukh. We now move to postgraduate diploma in healthcare management. The gold medal goes to Aditi Deshpande. The silver medal for postgraduate diploma in management healthcare goes to Mahima Khandilwal. Congratulations to all the medal winners. We lost our brilliant student from PGDM Communications, Mr. Rahul Maniker, due to a cardiac arrest in 2016. In his fond memory, we are felicitating the topper from the PGDM Communications batch 2019-21 with the Rahul Maniker Award. The award, sponsored by Rahul's father, Mr. Ashok Maniker, includes a cup and a cash prize. We call upon Ms. Pearl Sardana to receive the Rahul Maniker Award at the hands of our distinguished chief guest, Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy. Rahul's brother, Dr. Aniket, is here with us today. We request him to join us. The trophy has a line scribbled on a piece of paper by Rahul, which reads, and I quote, "Economies of scale, a proportionate saving in cost gained by an increased level of production," unquote. Incidentally, Rahul's cousin, Rohit Ashtunkar, is currently pursuing his MBA at our institute. We will now recognize the contribution of the students who have facilitated the smooth functioning of the institution as members of the Student Council. The Student Council is the apex body at KJ Somaiya Institute of Management that acts as the key link between the students and the management. Students who demonstrate remarkable leadership skills and a strong will to take responsibility of the smooth functioning of their program and this esteemed institute become a part of this body. The Student Council members are chosen leaders who work round the clock to enhance the existing systems and facilities and consistently work towards enhancing the brand KJ Somaiya Institute of Management internally as well as externally. We are thankful to the Student Council and appreciate all their efforts. We request the members of the Student Council to come forward and receive your certificates at the hands of the chief guests and the dignitaries. Professor Dr. Raghu Kumari, the chairperson of the Student Activity Committee, will read the names of the members and Ms. Nishigandha will assist.
With the power vested in me as Student Activity Committee Chairperson, Ms. Radhika Juneja, along with 16 others, are eligible to receive the award today for their remarkable contribution. I request students to be lined up in the front. Radhika Juneja, General Secretary. Kush Dani, Joint General Secretary. Next, Gaurav Manchanda, Joint General Secretary. Govind Malhotra, Deputy General Secretary. Avantika Simone, Spokesperson and Committee Coordinator. Anshul Srivatri, Secretary Accounts. Chetna Bola, Conciliator. Vaishnavi Surnis, Conciliator. Harish Nair, President Milanj. It's not. Manya Mohan, Secretary, Health and Safety. Sweekar Gupta, Secretary, Health and Safety. Mahima Kandelwal, Secretary, Infrastructure and Amenities. Priyanka Nalwade, Secretary, Academics and Digital. Anushka Jain, Secretary, Academics and Digital. Nirali Karelia, Academics Secretary and Digital. J. Doshi, Secretary, Initiatives. Nicole George, Secretary, Initiatives. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Professor Raghu Kumari. We will now proceed to the awarding of diplomas. We start with the 27th batch of Postgraduate Diploma in Management Program 2019-21. Chief guest Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy and Vice Chancellor Sir will award the diplomas to the students. Program Coordinator Dr. Pankaj Trivedi Sir will present his students to you for doing the honors. Program Officer Ms. Shailaja Gavde will assist. Request the students to come up as your names are called out to receive the diplomas.
With the powers vested in me as Program Coordinator of Postgraduate Diploma in Management 2019-21, Sir Mr. Abhinav Sharma and 124 others, including those in absentia who have completed the requirement of Postgraduate Diploma in Management Program, are eligible for the diploma. May I proceed, sir? Thank you. Abhinit Jha. We are beginning with Abhinit Jha. Yes, Abhinit, please come on the stage. Abhinit. Abhishek Vyas. Abhishek Vyas. Akshat Unyal. Akshat. Amber Ray. Amber. Amoli Dave. Amoli is present? Yeah. Animesh Boidar. Arjun Vekaria. Ashish Thomas. Avila Antau. Ayush Khan. Ayush Sharma. Bhakti Sanjay Rao. Deepshikha Maiti. देवलंकर रुद्र, धागिया केयूर, दोषी जय, गांधी अपूर्व, गौरव खंडेलवाल, गोकुल पी.ए., जीनल उपाध्याय, जोएल जॉनसन, जुगल गिरीश, कनोडिया अंशुल, कार्तिक वोरा, क्रीना त्रिवेदी, कृष्णा मुंडाडा, कृति भंडूला, कुशाग्र कासलीवाल, मालूसरे अक्षय, मान्या मोहन, मोमिन सुफियान, मुस्तफा ऐश, नमन बंसल, पूर्वी पाठक, राधिका खन्ना, राकेश रामचंद्रन, रॉली दुबे, is it? समर्थ कुमार, समीर गुप्ता, सार्थक सिन्हा, श्याम अग्रवाल, सॉरी इट इज संयम अग्रवाल, संयम अग्रवाल, शाश्वत तिवारी, सिद्धांत सचदेवा, सुप्रतिम एंडो, सुरजीत पात्रा, विघ्नेश नायक, विशाल चंद, व्योम भटनागर, अभिनव शर्मा, दीपांश गर्ग, absent, no? Okay, now second list. Okay, all right. Yes लिखा है वही देखना. Yes.
Yes, we can.
All right. आरुषि गोयल, आशय बदानी, अक्षित बाथेजा, अंकुर बर्नवाल, आयुष आदर्श, ब्राह्मी दवे, चंद्रकांत, देसाई कृणाल, हर्ष भेरूलाल, गोविंद मल्होत्रा, गुप्ता आदित्य, हर्षिता गोयल, जगदाळे तुषार, केतन भारद्वाज, कृति श्रीवास्तव, कुमार रोहित, मेहता प्रियंका, मिलिंद कुमार वर्मा, मोहित खरबंदा, नायर श्रेयस, नलिन शर्मा, नेहा सरकार, नीलानी प्रचेता, Nishan Singh. Nishi Malde. Panda Devendra. Pranvi Shah. Prachi Gupta. Prerna Agarwal. Pundelik Vrushank. Radhika Juneja. That's what. Karthik Rajgopal. Rajwane Dhyanu. Renita Rocky. Sanket Mehta. Sheikh Faikwa. Shraddha Mehta. Shruti Shadalge. Singh Nikhil. Shreya Sinha. Smit Shah. Tapoja Ray. V.G. Sadana. Vaibhav Oswal. Vedang Makwe. And Vaibhav Chandak. Congratulations to all the diploma holders. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, yes. Thank you, Trivedi, sir. We will now proceed to the awarding of diplomas for the 13th batch of Postgraduate Diploma in Management International Business Program 2019-21. Shri Prakash Gurumoorthy and Dr. Maniker will award the diplomas to the students, and sir also will award the diplomas. Program coordinator Professor Isaac Jacob sir will present his students to you for doing the honors. Program officer Ms. Vidya Goriwale will assist. Request the students to come up as your names are called out to receive the diplomas.
Thank you, sir. Hello. With the power vested in me as Program Coordinator of Postgraduate Diploma in Management, International Business, 2019-2021, Sir, Madam, Mr. Abdul Manan Siddiqui and 58 others, including those in absentia, who have completed the requirement of the Postgraduate Diploma in Management International Business Program are eligible for the diploma. May I proceed, sir, madam? May I proceed, please? Thank you. Okay. Abdul Manan. Yeah. Akansha Maheshwari. Ambasana Hemang. Amit Gupta. Amna Jamal. Anisha Chopde. Ankit Keshri. Anshul Srivatri. Apurv Kumar. Arnab Mohapatra. Chima Kurti Chandana. Deepa Singh. Dishant Punjabi. Somaiya Ghoshal. Gotecha Madhav. Harneet Singh. Karadge Nikhil. Khayati Goyal, Bhatu Kude Nikhil, Mohit Nagdev, Paharia Aditya, Prabhu Tyagi, Pranay Agarwal, Raman Tarasula, Sagar Sanjay, Sanskar Agarwal, Sarthak Singh, Shah Pankaj, Sherikar Shubham, Shetty Sloka, Shriya Vidyadhar Shivankar, Shreya, yeah. Siddhi Maheshwari, Siddiqui Junaid, Smriti Basu, Smriti Dikshit, Shrikant K, Srishti Gupta, Subhashish Singha, Subhashish, Surnish Vaishnavi, Taduri Ashrit, Taduri Ashrit, Thumar Jay, Timasina Vikram, Timal Sena Vikram, Hardik Uday Trivedi. Uchil Siddhant. Uchil Siddhant. Uchil Siddhant. No. Okay. Thank you. I continue or I have to go back? I have to go back and come back again. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And all the best to the diploma holders of the PGDM IB 2019-2021 batch, please. All the best.
Sir, your mobile. Thank you, Isaac, sir. We will now proceed to the awarding of diplomas for the 13th batch of PGDM Retail Management Program 2019-2021. The dignitaries will award the diplomas to the students. Program Coordinator Dr. Vandana Khanna will present her students to you for doing the honors. Program Officer Ms. Vidya Goriwale will assist. Request the students to come up as your names are called out to receive the diplomas.
With the power vested in me as Program Coordinator of Postgraduate Diploma in Management, Retail Management 2019-21, Sir and Madam, Ms. Ashna Khanna and 59 others, including those in absentia who have completed the requirement of Postgraduate Diploma in Management, Retail Management Program, are eligible for the diploma. May I proceed, sir? Thank you. Ms. Ashna Khanna. Abhishek Ashok Wakore. Akash Jain. Akhil Vashne. Akshay DH. Amit Kumar. Ananda Krishnan B. Anil Daya Shankar Yadav. Archish Rawal. Arnav Krishnan. Avantika Simon Sen. Ayush Goyal. Avantika Simon Sen. Ayush Kumar Goyal. शाह आयुष राकेश कुमार, निकिता छबरिया, शुभी छाबड़ा, दानी कुश समीर, दर्शिल शाह, दातर आदित्य विष्णु, दवालिया उर्वशी सतीश, दोषी जीत गिरीश कुमार, फेबिन थॉमस, काते प्रशांत मोतीलाल, स्वंतम कीर्तना, किशोर कानन पीजी, महाजन श्रिया वीरेश, मक्कर मनदीप सिंह, मुग्धा गोस्वामी, मस्कीन सिंह मखीजा, सॉरी, प्रशांत चौधरी, रामाकृष्णन सिद्धार्थन त्रचा, रोहित एलेक्स कोशी, सतीश पुनियाक, सौम्या जोशी, सौरभ सिन्हा, जानवी विवेक शिरकेतकर, श्रद्धा मिश्रा, Srivastava, Srinithi Balaji, Shrishti Mal, Swapnil Solanki, Tavre Harshal Nilesh, Utkarsh Singh, Valera Meera Jaisukh, and Yash Jain. As a program coordinator for the retail management program, I failed in my duty if I don't remember late Bivanshu Hota.
Thank you so much, Professor Vandana. We now proceed to the awarding of diplomas for the 9th batch of PGDM Financial Services Program 2019-2021. The dignitaries will award the diplomas to the students. Program Coordinator, Professor Dr. Rashmi Soni, will present her students to you for doing the honors. Program Officer, Ms. Namrata Rasal, will assist. Request the students to come up as your names are called out to receive the diplomas.
Thank you. With the power vested in me as Program Coordinator of Postgraduate Diploma in Management Financial Services, Batch 2019-21, Sir and Madam, Ms. Garima Agrawal and 58 others, including those in absentia who have completed requirement of Postgraduate Diploma in Management Financial Services program, are eligible for the diploma. May I proceed, sir, ma'am? Thank you. Garima Agrawal. Thank you. Shikha Agrawal. Dhaval Ashar. Akshita Behal. Navpreet Bhola. Gargi Bode. Karan Chopra. Nandini Chaudhary. Sankalp Devaru. Bradley Fernandez. Abhishek Gandhi. Manish Gangwal, Anu Gilika, Payal Goli, Svikar Gupta, Bhuvan Jain, Rishabh Jain, K.S. Nitin, Kavish Kejriwal, Anshul Khandilwal, Saurav Kushlani, Chanika, Abhishek Kumar, Ankit Kurani, Mihir Mali, Mangaliputtu Jayaprakash, Manisha, Abhishek Mukherjee, Smith Panchal, Rishikesh, Nayan Patidar, Ruchir Pulhani, Roy Chaudhary, Surjit Sismar, Praneet Sawant, Shreya Shah, Mayank Sharma, Rashmi Sharma, Vibhuti Sharma, Ayush Shekhar, Agam Sethi, Gaurav Singh, Tanveer Singh, Prathamesh Thanikar, thank you very much and all the best to all the PGDM FS students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rashmi. We will now proceed to the awarding of diplomas for the 8th batch of Postgraduate Diploma in Management Communications Program 2019-21. The dignitaries will award the diplomas to the students. Program Coordinator, Professor Isaac Jacobs, sir, once again is requested. He will present his students to you for doing the honors. Program Officer, Ms. Nishigandha, will assist. Request the students to come up as your names are called out to receive the diplomas.
Should I go a little fast? The height is waiting. Hello. Yeah. With the power vested in me as Program Coordinator of Postgraduate Diploma in Management, Communication, 2019-21 batch, Sir, Madam, Mr. Akshay Kirti Mishra and 59 others, including those in absentia, who have completed the requirement of Postgraduate Diploma in Management Communication program are eligible for the diploma. May I proceed? Thank you. Akshay Mishra, Amal Saxena, Anushka Narayan, Arusha Vaidya, Avni Mittal, B. Kirtana, Bhola Chetna, Chandan Amarnani, Chinmay Sharma, Chinmay Sharma, Deepakshi Pitti, Deepakshi, Divansh Agarwal, Dugad Ayush, Fenisha, Gandhi Sagar, Gaurang Mandana, Gaurav, Kajol Doshi, Krishna Balraj Sani, Kritika Agrawal, Kunal, Mahima Mundra, Manasvi Pandey, Menon Aditya, Nijara Madhav, Pantki Shah, Pearl Sardana, Pearl Sardana, Yash Podar, Pushpak Holani, Rajkumar Singh, Rushabh Pokle, Rutvi Mehta, Satyaki Panigra, Satyaki Saluja Harpreet Singh, Sheikh Shahrukh, Sharma Divyansh, Shivanjali Kumar, Shreya Agarwal, Singh Akash. Singh Aditya. Sneha Pillai. Thakkar Vinay. Vinay Thakkar. Trimanshu Tiwari. Vedlamani Shantanu. Vandana Shivnani. Vandana Shivnani. Vardhan Srivastav. Vrinda Kotari. Vyas Sahaj. Yash Raval. Vinay Makin. Vidya, no names are here. Vinay Makin, that's it, last. Thank you very much, and all the very best to the diploma in in management, postgraduate diploma in management, communication 2019-21. All the best in your way forward in life, please. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. All the best.
Thank you, Isaac, sir. We now proceed to the awarding of diplomas for the second batch of postgraduate diploma in management healthcare program 2019-21. The dignitaries will award the diplomas to the students. Program coordinator, Professor Dr. Prema Pasarkekar, Madam, will present her students to you for doing the honors. Program officer, Ms. Shailaja Gowde, will assist. Request the students to come up as your names are called out to receive the diplomas.
Thank you, Milind. With the power vested in me as a program coordinator of postgraduate diploma in healthcare management 2019-21, Sir, Madam, Mr. Ayush Bhatt and 21 others, including those in absentia, who have completed the requirement of post-graduation diploma in management healthcare management program, are eligible for diploma. May I proceed, sir? Aditi Deshpande. Anisha Padiyar. Anjani Pinjani. Ankit Verma, Atishay Chaudhary, Hiba Shakil, Ishan Gupta, Kajal Shah, Krish Mehta, Mahima Khandelwal, Nikita Chaturvedi, Nimisha Tyagi, Sameer Karpe, Sana Kayanat, Sankalan Chakrabarti, Shantanu Dikshit, Shishir Singhal, Shivani Thakur, Shraddha Kamale, and Surya T. Pratish. Congratulations to all the graduating students and all the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prema Madam. The Director, Dr. Monica Khanna, will now administer the oath to you. Please rise with a copy of your oath and repeat after the Director.
Are you ready? Louder. Louder. Okay, please repeat after me. But you have to take your own name. Shall I start? Okay. I take your name. As a student, graduating from KJ Somaiya Institute of Management Studies and Research, wherever my life may lead to, shall always to the best of my abilities, use my knowledge, experience and skills, work for the well-being of my communities, shall promote advancement of learning and public good, shall conduct myself with honesty and integrity. In doing so, may we be blessed by the God Almighty. Bless us so that we forever have goodwill and affection towards all living beings. Bless us so that we are always aware that money is not the ultimate goal. Bless us so that we keep a balanced mind in prosperity and success. Bless us so that we are ever eager to extend help to the needy. Bless us so that we remain forever committed to utilize our wealth and our power for the cause of God, culture and humanity at large. Bless us so that we always endeavor to enhance and nurture the rich values and traditions of Indian culture and society. Bless us so that we work tirelessly to uplift the downtrodden and always strive to bring them into the mainstream of society. Bless us so that we are always able to find it within us to be tolerant and compassionate even towards our opponents. I promise to stand by these words as my personal commitment, as my solemn pledge, on this auspicious day. You may now toss your hats. Please collect your hats back because you have to return it and collect your deposit. Thank you.
Before we have the national anthem, 2 to 3 announcements. Students and faculty members are requested to return the gown, scarf and hat from the same room where you have collected. Please join us for high tea in the Govinda canteen. And we request the medal winners to please stay back for a photo session with the dignitaries on the dais. I request you all to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 जय